Welcome back. Is the Department of Defense going PC when it comes to detainees? The term enemy combatant is being thrown out and replaced by this, unprivileged enemy belligerents.
Yeah, how can we defeat an enemy that we can't even label? Here to weigh in is Josh Katz, former counterterrorism advisor to the House Committee on Homeland Security. Good morning.
Good morning, Josh.
Good morning. Nice to be with you both.
So when you heard about this change, just tell me your initial thoughts.
Oh, here we go again. You know, as you both mentioned, this is the constant struggle of defining this elusive enemy, right? The administration, coupled with Congress, has been fighting a definition for the war we're involved in and the enemy we're fighting against for years. And this change, while slight, and while I understand the congressional intent, I really think the White House is not going to follow through on that congressional intent.
So here are some of the changes, and these are some of the old categories for enemy combatant. This is what it used to be. It was a lawful or unlawful retained personnel civilian internees. And then here's the new detainee categories: belligerent, privileged enemy POW, or unprivileged enemy retained personnel civilian internees. So now you said you understood what Congress's intent was behind this. What is their intent?
So I believe that Congress, because this is these words, this semantic debate started in about 2006, went to about 2009, and now we're seeing it start to flow through the DOD policy world. But congressional intent here was to not hamper our military and intelligence services with the arguments of the Geneva Convention. Did it apply? Did it not apply? Here was a clean-cut category so that the military could get all the intelligence that they could out of somebody, try them, and then execute them. Really simple. It was never really intended to be this try them, get the intelligence out of them, and then release them back into the world where they'll do more national security harm. So this was a real, it was, from a congressional standpoint, was a forceful measure. White House has completely watered this one down.
Yeah, you know, this is part of this kind of ongoing thing, some of these Obama-isms that seem very PC about this, at least to the public. That's a perception. I want to go through some of these things that have changed over time. We used to have a global war on terror, is what it was called. Now it's called an overseas contingency operation. Terrorist attacks, which seem very clear, now called man-caused disasters. Are these things just... Here's a couple more. The Fort Hood shooting was considered workplace violence, global warming, global climate disruption. All of these things seem almost just like this continuing PC issue or effort by the government, at least the Obama administration, to kind of dumb down or make these things seem less threatening. However, the threat is very real.
The threat continues to be very real. Every day we hear about it. We hear about it on Fox, about the threats to national security. And so to water these words down does not do us any good. It doesn't do anybody any good in understanding who the enemy is and what the enemy really wants to achieve. They're actually really hurtful, and they're hurtful to people that get caught in these events. It's just vernacular for political correctness sake, and it's a vernacular that we really need to get rid of. And hopefully the 114th Congress will push the president to get rid of this language, because it's just so incredibly not helpful.
Democrats, though, say, hey, you know, we learned it from Republicans for years. Republicans managed to frame things a certain way and sell it to the American people. Now we're doing it. We learned from you. What do you say to that? Do you buy that argument?
I don't buy that national security is a partisan issue. Whether you're a Republican or whether you're a Democrat, it doesn't matter. We are all here to help national security in one way or the other, right? Whether it's just the person on the street who's just trying to be vigilant. We all have a place in national security. And to make it a partisan issue, I think, is absolutely criminal. And we really need to stop it. That's exactly why Congress is broken now, and why most Americans view Congress as a dysfunctional organization.
Yeah. They've got a high approval rating. Josh Katz, great to see you this morning. Thanks for joining us on this early Sunday.
Thanks for having me on. Always a pleasure.